Creating custom plugins for Nagios can be a powerful way to extend the functionality of the tool and monitor specific metrics or applications. Here are the basic steps for creating custom plugins for Nagios. Choose a programming language. Nagios plugins can be written in any language that can output text to the console. However, Perl and Bash are commonly used for Nagios plugin development. Define plugin output. Nagios plugins should output text that conforms to a specific format. The first line of the output should include a status code, 0 for OK, 1 for warning, and 2 for critical, and a message that describes the status. Additional lines can be used to provide additional details or performance data. Define command line arguments. Nagios plugins can receive command line arguments that provide additional context or configuration information. These arguments can be used to specify options such as thresholds, timeout values, or authentication information. Test the plugin. Once the plugin is written, it should be tested to ensure that it outputs the correct status code and message and provides accurate performance data. You can test the plugin using the Nagios command line interface or by simulating a test environment. Integrate the plugin with Nagios. Once the plugin is tested and working correctly, it can be integrated with Nagios. You'll need to copy the plugin to the appropriate directory on the Nagios server and configure a service definition that uses the plugin. By following these steps, you can create custom plugins for Nagios that monitor specific metrics or applications and provide additional context or configuration options. Custom plugins can help you tailor Nagios to your specific needs and ensure that you have comprehensive monitoring of your server infrastructure. Here are a few examples of custom plugins that you could develop for Nagios. Website Availability Checker. A custom plugin could be developed to check the availability of a website by attempting to connect to it and checking the HTTP response code. This plugin could be configured to check for specific response codes, for example, 200 OK, and to trigger alerts if the website is not available. Disk Space Monitor. A custom plugin could be developed to monitor the available disk space on a server by querying the operating system for disk usage statistics. This plugin could be configured to trigger alerts when disk usage exceeds a certain threshold. Database Query Monitor. A custom plugin could be developed to monitor the performance of a database by executing specific queries and measuring their response time. This plugin could be configured to trigger alerts when query response time exceeds a certain threshold. Network Latency Monitor. A custom plugin could be developed to monitor network latency by sending packets between two servers and measuring the response time. This plugin could be configured to trigger alerts when latency exceeds a certain threshold. Custom Application Monitor. A custom plugin could be developed to monitor a specific application by checking its logs or querying its API. This plugin could be configured to trigger alerts when specific errors or exceptions are detected. Use libraries and modules. If you're developing a custom plugin in a programming language like Perl or Python, be sure to leverage existing libraries and modules to simplify your development process. There are many open-source libraries available that can help you connect to APIs, parse log files, and perform other common tasks. Follow best practices. Be sure to follow best practices for plugin development, such as handling errors gracefully, providing meaningful error messages, and logging plugin output. Good coding practices will help ensure that your plugins are reliable and easy to debug. Use debugging tools. Nagios provides several debugging tools that can help you troubleshoot issues with your plugins. For example, you can use the VBV option to enable verbose output, or use the check_plugin command to test your plugin in isolation. Share your plugins. If you develop a useful custom plugin, consider sharing it with the Nagios community. There are many online forums and repositories where you can share your plugins and get feedback from other Nagios users. These are just a few examples of the many custom plugins that you could develop for Nagios. By developing custom plugins, you can extend Nagios to monitor virtually any aspect of your server infrastructure and tailor it to your specific needs. By following these tips, you can develop custom plugins that integrate seamlessly with Nagios and provide valuable monitoring capabilities for your server infrastructure. With custom plugins, you can extend Nagios to monitor virtually any aspect of your system, ensuring that you have comprehensive visibility into your server health and performance.